She mopped that kitchen floor herself 20 minutes earlier and still nearly let her daughter walk straight across it. Perpetua Ashdown Emenike cleaned her own kitchen floor every single day without fail, and considered her own thoroughness about hazards in the house second to none. So when their golden retriever, Barnaby, planted himself rigidly in front of 2-year-old Cordelia at the threshold between the kitchen and the hallway, refusing to let her cross one particular section of tile, Perpetua assumed he was simply being oddly stubborn that afternoon. She tried nudging him aside gently. He held his ground, an unusual firmness in his stance for a dog who was normally easygoing to the point of being pushed around by the family cat. That detail would matter. She didn't clock it yet. Cordelia, impatient, tried twice to duck around Barnaby's bulk, and both times he repositioned smoothly to block her path again. A low, continuous huff building in his throat that Perpetua had genuinely never heard from him before. Her mother-in-law, visiting that afternoon, watched it happen and said what Perpetua hadn't wanted to consider yet. Something's on that floor. Dogs don't block like that over nothing. Perpetua, confident in her own daily cleaning routine, brushed it off. She'd wiped that exact section down herself not 20 minutes earlier, she reasoned. And surely nothing worth worrying about could be there now. She looked anyway, mostly to prove the point to her mother-in-law, and found a thin, nearly invisible film on the tile that hadn't been there when she'd cleaned it. A small amount of a concentrated floor cleaner that had leaked from a bottle left too close to the edge of the counter, dripping down slowly and pooling in a spot easy to miss unless the light hit it exactly right. Perpetua's stomach dropped at how close Cordelia, prone to touching floors and then her own face constantly at that age, had come to direct contact with concentrated chemical residue her own cleaning routine had somehow missed. She called poison control as a precaution, wiped the area down thoroughly with proper protective gloves, and kept Cordelia well clear until the floor was completely dry. The specialist on the line confirmed that concentrated cleaning products, even in small amounts, could cause skin or mucous membrane irritation in young children who touched the surface and then their mouths or eyes. Dogs are remarkably sensitive to chemical residue on surfaces, the specialist mentioned. It's more common than people think for them to react like that before anyone notices anything visually. Perpetua sat on her kitchen floor, freshly cleaned for a second time, for a long while afterward, Barnaby's rigid blocking, his refusal to let Cordelia cross that one section. Not stubbornness, her own daily cleaning routine, thorough as it was, had missed a hazard that had appeared in the 20 minutes since she'd last checked. The huff, the repositioning every time Cordelia tried to get around him. Not misbehavior. A dog insisting on something he understood mattered more than being told to move. If you love stories about what animals notice before we do, subscribe. When Animals Act hosts a new one every week. Perpetua now stores that cleaner well back from the counter's edge, checked twice before every use. Barnaby settled back into his usual easygoing self the moment the floor was properly clean. Has your dog ever blocked your child from a spot you were sure was already safe? Tell us in the comments below. These stories deserve to be heard. If this story mattered to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. Next week's story is about a golden retriever who wouldn't stop nudging a toddler's cup away from her at every single meal.